After pardoning his son, Joe Biden fled to Africa.
As we sit here in Normandy, your son Hunter is on trial, and I know that you cannot speak about an ongoing federal prosecution. But let me ask you, will you accept the jury's outcome, their verdict, no matter what it is?
Yes.
And have you ruled out a pardon for your son?
Yes.
The president would not pardon or commute sentences for his son, Hunter. I just want to make sure that that is not going to change over the next 6 months. The president's saying he would not.
It's still a no. It's still a no.
It will always be a no.
It's still a no. It will be a no. It is a no. And I don't have anything else to add. Will he pardon his son? No.
Hunter Biden will not be the only one pardoned by Joe Biden. So it's no surprise Joe lied that he wouldn't pardon Hunter Biden. Well, we knew he would, and he did. Here's the next one to be pardoned. James Biden, Joe Biden's brother. And after that, on the day before Joe Biden leaves office, Joe Biden will pardon himself. Because the real deal in all of this is the Biden family corruption, not these penny ante cases against Hunter Biden. Yeah, income tax evasion is serious. The gun charge, filling out the form, most people don't go to jail for that, even though Democrats are supposed to be big, strong on gun laws, right? But the Biden family corruption, what will happen with that? Biden has no choice but to pardon himself and his brother. He's already pardoned Hunter, as he should, by the way. He exploited Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden is a drug-addicted sex fiend who his father, for money, sent to the wolves, the most evil, powerful men on earth that would eat Hunter Biden alive. But in the name of the Biden family fortune, Joe Biden sent his son packing, come back with the cash, the bag man. So of course Joe Biden pardoned him, as any good father would. But mark my words, the next pardons will be James Biden and then Joe Biden himself.
America, I mean, are we really surprised right now? Obviously, Joe Biden lied. He's a liar. He lied about saying he wasn't going to pardon his son, and that obviously came to pass to be false. But like I said, we knew that was going to happen, so we're not surprised by that. I do know that more pardons will be on the way. But what you might not know is this story just popped up on the internet where Joe Biden is definitely going to pardon himself and all crimes committed beginning January 1st of 2025. Here's a whistleblower saying that she's being used to launder money through Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. Well, I would say that they're laundering money through her. Yeah, let's hear a story. I don't know how true it is. I can't verify it. It's all alleged until, it's somehow sourced by somebody credible. Let's check it out.
This is the reason why I'm still going through this situation. I'm going to be quite clear and quick. Hunter Biden has been money laundering in my accounts, along with Joe Biden, ever since I was a congressional intern at age 15. In addition to that, in 1980, he was convicted of sexually assaulting me, Diplo, and Adam Ort, my ex-boyfriend. I didn't realize that it happened to him too. I don't know how he got through FBI adjudication and investigations for security clearance other than paying bribes. He's the longest running, Joe Biden, the longest running politician in the United States in the federal government. Strom Thurmond had that title, and since he's been president, he has surpassed him. I worked at DOJ for many years, was a DOJ official as well as a federal prosecutor, in addition to being an executive at VA. I don't understand how he could have gone through the adjudication process, given that in 1980 he was convicted of those crimes against me and two other people that I know very well, who I care about a lot. In addition, while I was at the VA as an executive and a chief compliance officer, I ended up filing a workplace retaliation lawsuit after I left. I resigned. I was tired of dealing with it. I wasn't asked to resign. I resigned because I was dealing with a Biden appointee who was, I guess, concerned, along with Hunter and Joe Biden, that their dirty secrets in connection with me would come out. And so she wanted me gone. She's a member of the Biden Institute. Her name is Marianne Donahue. She's in charge of the whistleblower office at VA, which is super important. It was stood up under Trump, and I was appointed under the Trump administration, and so I guess they thought I was a problem. That's the long and short of it. Once I filed the retaliation lawsuit, the gang stalking, the harassment, the drama all began. The money laundering has continued by Hunter Biden. It's not clear to me if Joe Biden is doing it, but needless to say, it needs to stop.
It's safe to say, and far from far-fetched to say, that Joe Biden is trying to cover up him and his family's crimes. That's definitely the case. Now, I would be surprised if they actually pardon Obama. Somebody said that I'm more concerned that criminals such as Adam Schiff, who Twitter has limited my exposure for calling out what he did at the, I'm sorry. Let's go to somebody else. I'm not concerned about Hunter. I would rather lock up everyone that protected him. Definitely agree. Everybody that's in that little circle, not holding him accountable and excusing his behavior and negligence and aiding in the cover-ups and trying to get this all to go away, definitely should be held accountable. This is getting ugly about a minute. Somebody says the Biden family's corruption knows no bounds. When will the Democrats finally hold their own accountable? Never. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know that right now. The silence is deafening. Meanwhile, Trump's administration is still getting unfairly targeted, and the double standards are beyond staggering. No one is above the law except the Democrats, elites and their children, right? Somebody says Hunter belongs in prison for life, and I totally agree with that, man. These crimes should not be pardoned whatsoever. And you heard Joe Biden say out of his mouth that he's gonna allow, or that he would accept whatever the justice system hands down to his son. Now, I don't think that this is a coincidence that Biden pardoned Hunter less than 24 hours after Kash Patel was nominated for the FBI director. Do you?
Whether they're in government, whether they're in the private sector, civilians, and yes, even if they're in the media, if they participated in a conspiracy to and break the law or do other corrupt activities, you'll be prosecuted. I think they're threatened because we caught them in Russiagate. We caught them with the 51 Intel letter. We caught them on Jan 6. We're catching them in Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's criminal activities, and American citizens are tired of it. And they know they're in on it. That's when criminals fret the most.
Good evening. We are coming on the air with breaking news tonight. President Biden has made a decision to pardon his son Hunter ahead of the transfer of power to President-elect Donald Trump, according to a senior White House official with direct knowledge of the decision. He's expected to announce it later on tonight. And this comes months after Hunter Biden was convicted on gun charges back in June. That marked the first time a sitting president's child was convicted of a crime. Hunter Biden also pleaded guilty to federal tax charges in September. White House officials and President Biden himself have said repeatedly that he would not, in fact, pardon Hunter before leaving office.
These people are blatant liars, and they continue to try to aim everything at Donald Trump and make everything Donald Trump's fault. Seriously, I don't see how they've been able to get away with it for so long. They've been able to demonize Trump in a way that, man, is just, it's almost like religious, right? To the point now it's like, oh, nobody want to question the deep state or anything. He's just known worldwide America-wide as this figure that this almost devil-like, you know what I'm saying? But when you really find out the truth, man, and you find out the real reason as to why they're attacking him, your sentiment around that would totally 100% change. Let's read a few of these comments. It says, does pardon mean that they cannot be persecuted ever? Nah. I'm just saying that he pardoned Hunter Biden through the 2014, which means he's trying to cover up for the Ukraine bioweapon scandal. Somebody replied, absolutely. Truth bombs are given life in the light after being hidden in the dark. Definitely agree with that. Now, I actually want to take it over to CNN because my guy, hold on, gotta scroll it. My guy, Scott Jennings, came through and rips the quote unquote brain rotted Democrats who have defended the Hunter Biden pardon. Let's check it out.
Every American except the most partisan, brain rotted people are going to be outraged by this today. He is going to leave off. You think 39% job approval is bad? Just you wait. Just you wait. He's disgraced today. Outrageous.
You don't need to But Scott, you don't need to hurl names and say people like me are brain rotted. Come on, that's a little beyond the pale, even for you, Scott.
Listen,
I disagree. We can
for
disagree
yourself.
about
You don't
this,
have
but
to
we don't
defend
have
this.
to call
He's
each other
leading
names.
office. You don't have to defend it. You don't have to die on this hill. You can say this is wrong because
I'm
everybody
fine
knows
with
that
it,
it is.
Scott. That's why I'm
It's wrong.
defending it.
Are you
Karen?
fine with the lying? Are you
I say
fine
good
with
for
him
Joe
sitting
Biden.
before the election all year and lying to the American people? Are you fine with the lying about it?
I don't think that he was lying. I think he made a decision after the fact and decided this was the right thing for him and for
These
his family.
people.
Period. Full stop.
John,
Donald
do
Trump
we not
decided
have
that
the
it
minutes
was okay
and
to pardon.
Joe Biden, Karine Jean-Pierre. How many minutes of
This guy, I mean, this woman right here is the real definition of these modern day liberal Democrats, man. I'm trying to tell you, these people are just zombies. And they say that we're in a cult, that we're following Donald Trump and looking at him like he's Jesus. And that's not the case. You guys are watching here, knowing that Joe Biden lied, deliberately lied with Kareem. They all lied. The whole DOJ lied about, Hunter. Now you're taking up for him, trying to twist it and go, oh, well, yeah, he did mean it at that time, but, now he changed his mind. If this had been Trump, are you kidding me? Had this been Trump, this would have been totally different.
tape do we have of both of these people telling the American people this will not happen? It's I mean, we could play it all morning. It's a lie, and it's a lie to benefit his own family, and that's
fine,
all
but
that it
let's
is.
just-
And everybody who
let's
went on
just-
TV and said, oh, look how he's
calling
the
us-
modern George Washington. He's drained every ounce of credibility from every surrogate. If Karine Jean-Pierre had an ounce of self-respect, she'd get off the plane in Africa today where they're going so he can avoid the press and resign. He's drained all of her credibility, and everybody else who's defended this, it's draining for them forever.
Well, and Karen, to be fair, Joe Biden, we did play that sound earlier, did flat out say on multiple occasions, and the press secretary did, that he would not pardon Hunter Biden.
He sure did. And I will tell you that he probably heard from a lot of people who said, you know what, sir, go ahead and do it. You should go ahead and protect your son.
Yeah, you know what, sir? Go ahead and do it so you can lie to the American people again. Yeah, protect your son like you've been doing the whole time.
Because who knows what Trump and Trump's Department of Justice will do when they say that their number one goal is retribution.
Wow. So now it's because of Trump that these YouTube, I wish y'all can give me a day just to say I want to say. Ooh.
How could you not take the opportunity to say, you know what, this is one thing that I can do for my child. This is one thing I can do to help get the target off of his back. I also, by the way, this is policy.
Man, now I want to show y'all this compilation of the left and legacy media defending Joe Biden in a way that's really creepy at this point. It's not even okay to no degree whatsoever. And I think that if you are an American citizen and you're somebody who's been a follower or been a Democrat, I think you should really strongly consider considering a lot of your positions after you watch that video. But before we do that, I want to play y'all this one clip. And that's one middle finger. Joe Biden made all of his colleagues look unbelievably stupid.
No one is above the law.
No one is above the law.
Nobody is above the law.
No one is above the law.
No one is above the law.
Nobody is above the law.
No one 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 is above the law.
Oh, son of a bitch.
No one.
Presidential promise to put the law before family.
I said I abide by the jury decision. I will do that. and I will not pardon him.
letting the world know that he will not wipe away the decision of 12 of his son's peers.
Was asked directly, and he has said he wouldn't pardon his son if he gets convicted.
Let's wait to see what happens if he loses.
Yeah, but he said it.
He's going to get pardoned by his dad. There's no question about that.
The president has ruled out pardoning his son.
Major commitment from the president, accepting the outcome of the trial and also pledging not to pardon his son.
So the challenge for him is really to continue to live up to his values when it was really personal, and he did that today.
It seems like a pretty normal, straightforward answer, but it takes new weight when we see what Trump is saying about the outcome of his trial, what we're hearing from other Republicans who say they don't accept the jury's verdict here in New York.
The contrast is profound. To sit there and say, well, I'm not going to intervene in the legal process, and I wouldn't pardon my son. One side, Democrats and Joe Biden protecting the justice system. And on the other, Republicans and Trump protecting Trump.
Our current president of the United States has so much respect for the law that he has said he would not pardon his son. I mean, again, it's all about the contrast.
President Biden saying, I will respect whatever this jury decides versus Donald Trump after he was convicted on 34 counts, saying the entire system is rigged against him.
Their latest attack has been that Joe Biden has politicized and weaponized the DOJ, right? That was the whole argument around Donald Trump's conviction. And this week, of course, Hunter Biden was found guilty, and Joe Biden has very clearly said he would not pardon his son, he would not commute his sentence. How stark is this difference? I mean, how can Republicans keep making this argument now that Joe Biden has really put it out there? Where's Hunter? And he stood there in a courtroom, flanked by his family, and he's accepted his sentence.
He is not pardoning his son, which he could do. These are federal charges. Right. He is not doing that. He is not doing it because he is living what it means to have a rule of law in this country. Yeah. And it isn't, I mean, if you want to know if he believes it, you could actually see what is happening with his own son.
The president, Anderson, has been really clear that he is going to accept the outcome of the trial no matter what happens.
So Joe Biden's gotten asked about, talking about law and order. He's gotten asked if he would pardon his son. He has said no. On the other side, you've got Donald Trump, who has said that he will pardon the January 6th insurrectionists. Yeah. They're not even his sons. They're just sons of bitches.
Washington said, I am not running again because he understood the self-restraint was absolutely essential to this country so you don't have a king. He did not pardon his son. He did not order the Department of Justice to say, don't prosecute my son. So impressive.
Could have ordered the Justice Department to halt the prosecution of Hunter Biden, according to this court. Everyone understands he's a decent man.
I think Joe Biden has a chance here to stand up for the rule of law, to say the law is the law, no matter who it is, no matter if it's Trump or Biden. And remember, part of Trumpism's dangerousness is that it tears down institutions, important institutions of our democracy. So there's an opportunity here for Biden to say, the jury found him guilty. This is how it's supposed to work. Period, paragraph, end of story.
Have you ruled out a pardon for your son?
Yes.
As I said last week, I will accept the outcome of this case and will continue to respect the judicial process as Hunter considers an appeal. The president said he won't touch it. He said he's not going to pardon his son.
No, Joy. Nope. This is where we have to stop. What a shame. Don't you love it when you see these liberals sit back and condescendingly thumb their nose up at Trump supporters as being uneducated or, weak and all of these other terms like ignorant for not falling victim to the lies that they tell. Crazy.